Friends, in this video I will be explaining the definition of wide sense stationary process. The wide sense stationary process is characterized by two statistics. One is mean and second one is autocorrelation function. So mean is first order statistics and correlation function is second order statistics. To define random process which is wide sense stationary, we need second order statistics. So let us define wide sense stationary process. Process x of n is said to be WSS process. WSS means wide sense stationary process. So it is said to be wide sense stationary process if it satisfies the following. Number one, mean of the process mu xn, we can say mu xn. It is the mean of process x at different instant. I told you that process is collection of random variable. So each random variable has a mean. In case of wide sense stationary process, you are having x of n. Corresponding to each sample in x of n, there is a mean. So if mean of all samples in the process is constant, let us say mu x, which is constant. Okay, a process whose first order statistics, that is mean, is constant, right? The process has so many samples, every sample has mean, and all these means they are matching, then that is qualifying as a wide sense stationary process, which is one factor of qualifying that process as a wide sense stationary process. The second factor which is required, these are the two factors or these are the two statistics. They must satisfy the properties. The first property is mean should be constant, and second one is autocorrelation function Rxx n1 n2. This is the autocorrelation function of random process at the instant n1 and n2. So what is this? This is nothing but expectation of x of n1 into x of n2. n1 and n2, these are the instances, and x is a random variable. X is a random variable, random sample, or it is a sample of random process at the instant n1, and x of n2 is a sample of the random process at the instant n2. So I have taken two samples of the random process x of n, and I am finding the correlation or similarities between these two samples. Okay, here n1 and n2 they are varying. So for each n1 and n2 we have to find out the autocorrelation function, and after finding this autocorrelation function, if it is satisfying this property Rx x of n1 minus n2, so here Rxx n1 n2, and here which is matching with Rxx n1 minus n2, it means that autocorrelation function is a function of time difference, not Rxx n1 n2. Let us say Rxx n1 n2, n1 is 10, n2 is 20. The result will be Rxx minus 10. So if I say Rxx 5, 2, so Rxx 5, 2 is equivalent to Rxx 5 minus 2, that is Rxx 3. So because of this property, this instead of finding this matrix Rxx n1 n2, right? Because of this property we could save lot of computations in the finding of autocorrelation function, because all difference, all the elements which are having same difference, let us say difference is 0, so all diagonal elements, whatever diagonal elements we get, n1 and n2, they are same, rxx11, rxx22, rxx33, all they are diagonal elements and their value is same. So because of this, instead of if suppose length of the sequence is n, in that case this rxx n1 comma n2, it becomes n cross n matrix. So we have to find n square element if process is not a wide chain stationary process. If it is a wide chain stationary process, it saves lot of computations and we can find autocorrelation matrix easily. So process is said to be wide chain stationary process. It has to satisfy two properties. Mean of the process should be constant, right? Process is having so many random variable, each random variable has a mean, so all these means must be same. And second thing is autocorrelation function is a function of time difference, right? rxx n1 comma n2 should be equal to rxx n1 minus n2. So this is the definition of wide chain stationary process. Now let us consider a random vector. Okay, so we are having random vector. It means that we are having a vector in which each component of that vector is a random variable. Let us say okay, let us write the name of the topic, random vector. So x is said to be random vector. It means that it is having components, and these components, they are random variables. So x1 of n, x2 of n, all these you can write in small letters, x3 of n, and so on. So xn of n. So all these are random variables. Random variables, they are scalars. All these are random variables, and this is a random vector. Random vector. So random vector x is having n components. So each component is a random variable. Each component of random vector is a random variable. So random vector is equivalent to, you can say it is a random process. If you are talking about mean of random vector, we get mean vector. Okay, let us write mean of random vector x. So we can write expected value of x. What is that mean is? It is expected value of x1n, x2n and xn. So here expectation operator, it can go inside, so it will be expected value of x1n, expected value of x2n and so on, expected value of x small x n. So if you observe here this is mu x1, we can say mu x2, we can say mu xn. All these are random variables. So random variable has a mean, and this mean of random vector x, mind well, this is a vector. So expected value mu x, capital X, okay, and it is what? Mean of random vector x. It is also a vector, so which is equal to mu x1, mean of random variable x1 n, mean of random variable x2 n and so on, mean of random variable xn n. So it is a mean vector. What we can say is mean vector. Now let us find the autocorrelation matrix corresponding to random vector x. So autocorrelation matrix corresponding to random vector x is defined as like this, which is Rx, which is m cross n n cross n matrix. So how to find the elements of the matrix? That is a question. So expected value of random vector x multiplied by random vector x transpose. So here I am assuming that random vector x is a real vector. It is a real random vector. So complex and all those questions will not come. So here this is a column vector, this is a row vector. So expectation operator is there. This expectation operator x1 with x1, then expectation of x1 with x2, then expectation of x1 with xn n. Likewise, expectation of x2 with x1, expectation of x2 with x2, expectation of x2 with xn. Similarly, expectation of xn with x1, expectation of xn with x2, expectation of xn with xn. Similarly, so remaining points also they are obtained in the same fashion. I am talking about these dots. So your matrix Rxx, where x and x they are the vectors, the matrix becomes, which is a n cross n matrix. So expected value of x1 with x1n, so that is Rxx n1 comma n1. Okay, then expected value of x1 with x2 n1 comma n2. Okay, I want some space, so let us rub this, and dot, the last one would be n1 comma nn. This is the last element of the first row. Similarly, for this one, second row, x2 is coming, x2 with x1. So Rxx n2 comma n1, Rxx n2 comma n2, Rxx n2 with nn. Similarly, we can write for last row, which is nn comma n1, Rxx nn comma n2, Rxx nn comma nn. Okay, so you just write at the center. So this is the matrix corresponding to random vector. We call this matrix is autocorrelation matrix of random vector. Okay, so here we are having so many elements. So many elements means because this is a n cross 1 vector, this is 1 cross n vector. So matrix is of n cross n, and if we impose the property of wide chain stationary process, what it becomes? Rxx n1 n1, it becomes Rxx 0. This becomes n2 n2, here n2 n2, then Rxx 0, Rxx n3 n3 0, Rxx nn nn 0. This entire row, this entire diagonal becomes Rxx 0. So Rxx 0 is nothing but we know what is that, variance, right? We can write that variance here. So that is what, that way we can find this Rxx n1 comma n2, and this autocorrelation function satisfies the property of symmetry. So it will be Rxx n2 minus n1 equal to Rxx n1 minus n2. So that way also, if we impose the properties of autocorrelation function and impose the property of wide chain stationary process, this matrix gets simplified, and here all diagonal elements they become same, or of diagonal, all these elements, okay, along the diagonals they are same. So that this matrix is called as Toeplitz matrix. Toeplitz. So all diagonals are same. All diagonals are same. That is why it is called, or it's by definition it is a Toeplitz matrix. So we'll stop here.